About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who had used to work for me. So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
Wow.
We would like to present our sons and daughters in Libya and in all countries of the world the following news. We will announce to the world, that Muammar Gaddafi has been killed.
Today, the government of Libya announced the death of Muammar Gaddafi.
Our top story this afternoon, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, who ruled Libya for 42 years, has been captured and killed in his hometown of Sirte.
Good morning, and we are interrupting Good Morning America here on the East Coast, your regular program on the West Coast, because we have learned reports from Libya that Muammar Gaddafi, the leader of Libya for more than 40 years, has been killed by rebel forces.
We might find these pictures distasteful, but for the people of Libya in particular, the sight of a dead and bleeding dictator is frankly something that they will celebrate.
Reports of Gaddafi's death sparked celebrations across major cities in Libya.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
The coalition said destroying Gaddafi was not their goal. Then why bomb his palaces? Now some officials have claimed that eliminating him was in fact their goal. Who gave them that right? Did he have a fair trial? Returning to the no-fly zone, the bombings are destroying the country's entire infrastructure. When the so-called civilized world uses all its military power against a small country, destroying what's been created by generations, I don't know if that's good.
No demonstration at all in the streets. أنت شفت مظاهرات?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Where?
I saw some today. I saw some in Zawiya yesterday. I saw demonstrations.
هذه supporting us.
No, they're not supporting
us. They are
us.
not against us.
Some were against you and some were for you.
No, no one against us. Against me for what? Because I am not Muslim. They love me, all my people with me. They love me all.
But if they do love
they will die to protect me, my people.
Gaddafi, what happened to Gaddafi is what Gaddafi wanted. Gaddafi is an animal which wants to fight in the trenches against neo-colonialism and against NATO. So he died as he wanted. A martyr, as Chavez says, one of the greatest martyrs.
Now the question that's on your minds is, how is this film any different from the rest? Well, firstly, it has no political bent. Whether Muammar Gaddafi was a martyr or deserved what he got will not be discussed in this film. I'm only interested in doing what Winston Churchill said the job of a historian should be, and that is to find out what happened and why. In this film, I have formulated a solid theory, grounded in reality, about the events of the 20th of October 2011. A theory that does not dwell into the swamp of alternative media sensationalism or mainstream media propaganda. So if you ever dare to know the truth, then sit back and watch it unveil. But before we go anywhere, a certain question must be answered. For I know most of you have forgotten. That question is, who was Muammar Gaddafi?